Yeah, so I keep coming across these memes with these ridiculous women standards, and one of them that just stands out to me always is this height requirement.
Oh, you must be short.
Yeah, I'm kind of short, you know. That's cool. So yeah, this 6 foot requirement for a 5'2" woman just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, if you have a baby with this man, you're gonna make a medium sized child. Sorry.
Isn't it rooted in the correlation between the penis?
They're tall. They're supposed to like be swinging big dick or something.
Yeah. In the sense that's for most women, it seems that the generalization would be that that's a desirable thing to have a man that
has a large penis.
Yeah,
I
something she can feel.
Yeah, I guess.
So can you be mad at her for trying to hedge your bets and saying that, okay, if it's all a gamble, then let me improve my chances of.
Well, yeah, I can be mad at them. Only in the sense that, depending on what women's talking, and are they complaining also about not finding love or all these other type of things, and sex not being the main thing in a relationship, but you hedging your bets on penis size. Like, get out of here.
Well, they also just say that they're not attracted to short men. Sorry, it's not personal. It's like they were made that way. Like, that's out of their control. It's not personal.
Yeah, get out of here. Stop it. That's a stupid statement. Sorry.
Is it a truthful?
I mean, it's their truth, so I guess it is for them. I mean, they were probably socially conditioned that way, but yeah, it's their truth, so you can't knock it. You can't knock their feelings, how they feel. I'm just trying to figure out like how you're 5'2", and you need a 10-inch difference in height. Even with high heels with 6-inch stilettos, you would be 5'8". Because the 5'10" dude should be good.
So, how does that play out relationship wise? If her standard or her requirement is a 6 foot or taller minimum, do you think she's missing out on good dudes, or are all the good dudes going to be 6 feet or taller for her? You know what I mean?
I think all the good dudes are dodging a bullet, probably. But no, seriously, yeah. If her goal is relationship, marriage, love, companionship, then she's missing out on a lot of people. I mean, I don't have the whole numbers in front of me or nothing, but I'm sure that if you do an average of height on the planet, that it's probably more people under 6 feet than above it. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think it just comes across as ridiculous if the same person believes in Mr. Right.
Yeah.
Because if you're concerned about Mr. Right or finding him in your lifetime or a soulmate or the soulmate, it seems like you are limiting yourself from that discovery. Because if the package is smaller than what you're some would say naturally attracted to, some as you just said, socially engineered to believe that men are only attractive if they're of a certain height. It just seems like you cancel out potential love or connections that may come in smaller packages, shorter packages.
Yeah.
If you believe that there's a Mr. Right, and
if
you want to find him in this lifetime.
Yeah, if you're just out there trying to get your rocks off and that's what you're attracted to, more power to you. Keep rocking that way. Just we don't ever want to hear you cry about not finding Mr. Right, right, or he's not committing to you. That's the other thing too. I bet a lot of ain't shit dudes or fuck boys are probably over 6 feet. Not to generalize. But if that becomes I'm just naturally, this is what I'm attracted to, and I disagree. I feel like you're socially engineered that way. But either way, if that's the consensus, then that dude has a way wider pool of women to choose from, and that dude doesn't ever have to commit.
Yeah, it does seem to increase your standards if that's the majority if more women are attracted to taller men, then that means that taller men have a more opportunity to engage and indulge. It's interesting.
Yeah. So I just think it's one of those ridiculous standards. I mean, maybe we'll have a woman chime in and tell us something else that we missed. But as of right now, it's something that probably should be changed if you're looking for relationship, love, companionship, marriage, any of those type of things. If you're looking for that and you're trying to find that and you think that, especially in a monogamous package, that you're going to have to look everywhere for that.
Have you personally experienced somebody say, no thank you because you don't fit her height requirement?
Let me see. Personally, no. But I might not have tried to shoot my shot at her anyway. I might already knew her standards or whatever. I mean, I haven't personally been shot down for that. But, it could have been the reason. She might not have verbalized it.
Yeah, I haven't had anybody say anything straightforward concerning height, in either way. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, right. I've heard perfect height, give thanks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I haven't, I don't know if that came initially either. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, would you do the rest of the work? And, oh, yeah, by the way. But it just seems something that seems to be something that's that can be considered extremely shallow and kind of, again, limiting your potential pool for mates if you're in search of that.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, everybody's not interested in finding Mr. Right or a relationship even. But if I was looking for a soulmate, my soulmate, the soulmate, then I think I would have to be very open, to wherever she may be or however she may look or whatnot. You know what I mean? That may also be a problem with that concept, is that it leaves you wide open to investigate, every person. Because, you know what I'm saying? How else would you know? If it's a mind-body-spirit connection that loosely defines a soulmate, I cannot cancel out somebody that's too short or too tall if I'm in search of a mind-body-spirit connection. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So, but I mean, that goes to show that what are we really looking for, and it goes back to people not being honest with what attraction. That attraction is kind of a key component to these type of things.
Seems like the top.
Yeah, the top thing.
The onlyest.
I mean, one of the things I will say is that height might also come with that concept of protection, maybe. I've heard women say that, like, I just feel safe. I just feel, but you can get that with a 5'10" dude who got some gym workout about himself as well.
But you can also get, which is said to be true, the Napoleon complex from the shorter man, that aggression, that possessiveness, that they're trying to compensate for this height makes them unattractive socially.
Right, but what caused that complex in the first place is this standard at 6 feet and above is what it is.
And where did the standard originate?
That's a good question. I just remember hearing that from the time I was a kid, that they need to have all the sixes. They need to be 6 feet, at least 6 inches, have at least 6 figures.
Oh, wow. There you have it.
So, gotta at least try to pull 2 or 3 of those.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I'm sure the pressure is upon shorter men to show and prove if this is a popular notion, a popular standard. It's very interesting. It's like a built-in discrimination. Like, don't even come over here, shorty poo.
I've heard that. I have a homegirl who said that during college you had to be at least 6 foot to ride that ride. Period. It didn't matter who you were. You got to be at least 6 feet. Don't talk.
Well, in hopes that the men that's on the shorter side don't get a complex and find women that don't have this standard, And or to see if this standard can be deconstructed. Is it actually stopping women from finding, functional love? You know what I mean? That's something that needs to be investigated.
If that's their standard, probably.
Geeks and Goons.